Good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Excuse me. I trust and know you'll love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future, you or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And if you like a personal read, just simply check out the description below. And I'd be happy to assist you with doing so. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. As you see, I have a divination board out today. And today we're going to do a one question, one answer. But before we begin, as usual, we're going to do our 2 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and hold for 3 seconds. So let's breathe in, release. Breathe in, release. Now I want you to take time to think about the question you would like to ask the divination board. And now we'll begin to swing the pendulum. Okay. Collective, the consistency that I have is April, November, Sagittarius, Taurus, Saturday, Wednesday, unknown. The letters K and L. Okay. 3 and 4. The consistency that I have collective is November, April, Taurus, Sagittarius, Saturday, Wednesday, unknown. Letters K and L. The numbers 3 and 4. So take that into account according to the question that you asked, okay? Then we're going to tap into the tarot. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. All are welcome on this channel, and all contributions are highly appreciated. Someone's being very serious minded, or someone is saying, I'm about serious business. You're so serious. Someone is very serious minded, or they're saying, I mean serious business, or something like that. I mean serious business. Oh, that's different. Someone is serious. Is that you, collective, or someone around you saying, I mean business? All right. You could be someone who's working on something that's very valuable to you, something that you feel that will maybe get you some sort of notoriety with the star card in the upright. Hold on one second, collective. Okay. Wow, what a coincidence. Look at spirit. I'll show you in a second what I saw. But we're starting off with the star energy. So you could be working on something collective that is very valuable to you, something that you deem to be very important. And you take your craft seriously. You take your career seriously. You're grateful for your gifts. You're grateful for those who support you. And so you could be very serious at this time, or people could be observing you and saying, oh, the collective is mighty serious. This could be your children, your family, your friends. If you're on social media, maybe people are watching saying, oh, this person is serious. Okay. Doesn't matter what you do on social media. It can be anything. Or this can be in your community. This could be at church, at work. Okay. Maybe your coworker's like, so-and-so is so serious today. Okay. I'm not picking up anger or aggression, but you're very passionate and you're very focused on whatever this skill, this craft, or this hobby is. You could be working on promoting or advertising a business or a brand, or you could be also, maybe you went back to school to further your education. So you're very focused, okay? When it's time to study, you're studying. If a paper is due, you're going to have it done maybe a day or two ahead of time. And it's not that you're playing it safe. You're very determined, lots of determination. And it's so you can enjoy and have options and the overflow. You see, there's two cups here and both have liquids, one is going outside of this pond and one is going in front. So you are building and establishing yourself so that you'll be more secure within your own personal life, okay? Or for your family as well. And as I hold up the star card, I have a beautiful Three of Cups, and I was looking at the stars, the star card with this beautiful, huge star and the synchronicity of the smaller stars. So, whatever you're working on, make sure you're remaining optimistic, collective, about your present as well as your future, because star energy is guaranteed. Now, this star energy could be with the Three of Cups here, world renowned, hood renowned, job renowned, or this could be you just being successful on many levels or any levels financially. Okay, you could build a good reputation. You could be establishing generational wealth as well as security, giving options and freedom to your family and to yourself, having opportunities, new opportunities. You'll be placed in a different tax bracket. Also having options to be privy to having access to a new flair of life, a different caliber of people, having increasingly, increasingly beneficial, increasingly more beneficial network ability and quality. Networking abilities and quality. So basically, having access to people, places, things, in a way as such you haven't had before. Okay. Maybe you're someone, for example, what Spirit is saying, maybe you're someone who's always been interested in real estate. And so you begin to buy these properties so that you can either create rental properties, or maybe you want to flip these homes. Whatever it is, well, you will be given access to information of how to go about it the easier way, instead of trying to do it alone and not having the proper information. That's a good example of what Spirit is saying there. So maybe you'll come across more people. You'll begin to meet people who have like-minded energy. You'll begin to meet people, collective, who have like-minded energy, such as yourself, people who can offer you information, and you can reciprocate off of each other. You'll begin to meet people whom you can build with, not just in business, but a different kind of people, even for friendship, associates, people who are interested in progress, working towards success, building, creating. This will be a different flair or caliber of people, okay? And this will also assist in changing your interests as you move forward and progress in your life. I believe I got that right. Okay. And as I talked about reciprocity and like-minded energy, look at Spirit. We have the Six of Coins here. This is balance. This is reciprocity. This is being in connections where you're not the only person giving. You're not the only person applying yourself. What you are giving out is being returned to you. Time, energy, support, love, consideration, those things are being returned to you. So maybe in the past you were used to, this is a good example of what I was just speaking about, having access and proper network abilities that will enhance your life. Maybe in the past you were accustomed to being in one-sided situations where there was no return. Not that you're always looking to receive a return, but it will be nice to be in a relationship or a connection, whether business, romantic, or friendship, where there's equal give and take. That way, one person or one party of the connection is not depleted. Okay. You don't want to be in situations that will leave you drained, leave you feeling as if you have nothing left, leaving you feeling as if you need to go and rejuvenate with the Four of Swords here. Okay. So you'll be able, if you are, a feminine, you'll be able to rest in your feminine power. If this is a relationship, maybe you are someone who dated, partners who didn't allow you to rest in your feminine energy or enjoy the soft side of life. We understand there's duality in all people, places, and things, but for someone, not everyone, in the past, you could have experienced connections, love connections, where you felt like you were doing it all by yourself. This person could maybe with someone to just provide the sexual side. But when it came to maybe things needing to be fixed, repaired, or bills needing to be paid, a hammer and nail, that domestic thing, they were not interested, so you were forced to lead in those connections. But moving forward, this is going to change for you. Okay. All right. So with the Queen of Swords here, you will be able to rest and rejuvenate, whether you are a male or a female. Okay, if you are a male, a male figure watching this reading, maybe you were in a relationship where your partner did nothing, you had to do it all. Okay, well, moving forward, you will be meeting people who will give you the reciprocity, who will return to you what is given, not because you're lurking or requesting, but it will be a natural thing. It'll be a part of who they are naturally. So that is the difference between the connections of the past and the present. You are coming across people who have these abilities naturally within them. They believe in giving and receiving naturally. They don't have to be told. These are people who are accustomed to living their life this way. So you may be shocked. Maybe your love language is gift giving. You may be shocked. You may begin to date someone who sends you roses, once a week, or maybe every time they see you. Who knows? And it may shock you, and you may say, "Wow, when I dated so and so, I only got roses once a year. This is amazing." Well, this is normal for this person. It's not that they're trying to overexert themselves or pretend to be something they're not. This is their normal nature. They are accustomed to treating and presenting themselves in the best nature as possible whenever they are intimate with someone, as well as business. If you are someone, maybe you want to invest with someone, start a business, or you find a property. Okay, go half with me. Let's buy this. Let's buy this building. Let's do this, do that, or let's buy this storefront. You'll find a business partner who's willing to not hide things from you, be honest with you, and do their part. When you set an agreement of who will be doing what, they will be following through on the agreement. So that's the message that I'm trying to convey. Okay. And so next we have the Nine of Coins. And so, as I said, this Nine of Coins is positioning you to be on your throne, a life of comfort, a life of reciprocity, but a life of also security and being privy to having options of, going on a vacation without possibly having to wait a long time to save for it. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just explaining. Okay, I'm just explaining and breaking it down of what changes are arriving. Applying yourself and being so focused and you're so serious is going to pay off. And people will see this about you, collective. They will see that the moment that they say, "Why is the collective so serious?" They will be privy to witnessing your glow up. They will be also wanting to gather with you and you may also begin to spark and motivate other people. One moment, maybe and when I say making fun, I mean this in a positive way, maybe mocking you, like, "They're so serious. Gee, you're like, no, I have a term paper. You guys got to leave. I got to study. You're so mean. Why so serious? Okay, we're leaving. One more drink, please." That kind of energy, but they're going to become inspired because they're going to see and witness that the moment that they called you too serious, that you were serious about who you are. You were just standing in your power, choosing self-preservation and putting first things first, being responsible so that you can complete your schooling to get the career you desire and live the life you want. You're going to be motivating and encouraging, and people are going to want to gather with the Three of Cups. They're going to want to gather with you. They like, "Look, we want some of this star energy. We want some of this prosperity. We see you. Yes, we laughed at you in the past, but we see you, collective, and show me what you're working with." They're going to see, especially with the throne out here in the Nine of Pentacles. They are going to see and witness the beautiful, wonderful, positive changes that are taking place for the collective. And people are going to wonder, they're going to want to know, what's your secret? What's the secret for that sauce? What is it? What is it that they're doing? The collective is amazing. Now I want to be serious. They want to be serious, collective. Yeah, they do. They want to be serious. They want to know which way to go. Tell me where to go. Tell me where to go. E40, okay? They want to be serious. They want to know where to plant their seeds so that they can reap their harvest in their own personal life. They want to know what's the secret sauce, boss. What are you doing? Okay, you could be someone who come from a lot of hardships that maybe people around you have witnessed, but they want to know what's your secret because it's looking good and it's paying off for you. They want to know, tell me where to go and tell me where to start. And this is really the energy of maybe a group of friends or family members or even a lover, someone you dated, maybe called you serious minded. Oh, you're too serious. You're always so focused. Oh, what? No, it's not that the collective is serious. They are prioritizing. They are trying to make changes to better their lives. What better way to experience the life you desire than to put the work towards it? No one is going to want it more than you, no matter who we are or what we may expect. Even when it comes to your spouse, even if you are married or you have a living spouse, you still have to create a life of your own. You still have to have some kind of abundance for yourself that you are working towards or creating. You cannot sit on your hands and just expect, oh, it'll fall in my lap and I can sit on my hands. Don't be mistaken. You have to create it for yourself, or else you'll perish from planet Earth with the should've, would've, could've theory, wondering where would your life may have led you had you bet on yourself and given yourself a try. Okay. So with the page of wands here, there's an energy of enthusiasm. As I just said, people are going to be motivated. And you may explain, look, it's not easy. And they may say, collective, we know it's not easy. We seen you struggle. We seen you go through some things. We saw that maybe you were once homeless or without a job. We seen you go through ups and downs. We seen you make sacrifices. And, they're like, look, I'm ready. They're like, I'm ready. We know they're very enthusiastic and people are curious, and so even if they don't come to you directly, trust and know, it's probably not part of your motive, but collective, you are inspiring people. They see you. They see you. They see you, baby. Oh yeah, they see you. You are inspiring people. Okay. So don't think that you're not. You may say, hey, that's not on my agenda, but it's something natural. And when we witness progress, as I always inform, we're supposed to be inspired. Not angry, not jealous, not mad, because maybe you've mistreated that person and now they're on the good side of the stick. No, we're supposed to be inspired to go work on our own life and find what our own passion is. Okay? And so now we have the Knight of Swords here. Okay, you're very single minded. You have your own mind. You're someone who stands in authority as well. And people could be saying this about you as well. You're very ambitious and daring. And those who desire to be inspired by you, they're going to find that like, wow, what we saw the collective go through, we may have laughed and mocked them, but guess what? It is not easy. And hats off. They may not come and tell you, but you are inspiring and motivating people, collective. Remain optimistic about your present as well as your future. And you are motivating them in a positive way. This could be people that you know and people that you don't know. This could be something as simple as a neighbor, someone in your church, on your job, in your community. They may not know you personally, you may not know them, but they may see you just passing by. They may see you just coming into the neighborhood supermarket. And it's something about your energy and your aura, just the energy and the vibe that you carry. You're consistent with it. And it gives off a notion that you are serious business. And you are serious business, because even though there's a lot of different entanglement and things look confused and it looks like a lot of chaos, you still manage to rise above and tap into your star power. You still manage to rise above and become anew. You've went through a major rebirth, a major glow up. You have changed your pain into pleasure. You have chosen to change your salt into sugar, and it's looking good on you. It's looking very good. So continue to rise above, continue enjoying this life, working on this passion project. If it's not a passion project, it could be your career. It could be what you do for a living. You could receive a lot of compliments behind your back. I've been picking up on that a lot, that people are being admired and receiving compliments behind their back. Now, what beautiful, now that's the kind of energy when you're not around that you won't floating around. This could be management. This could be your supervisor, okay, or your boss, someone at work. Where's the collective? I love when they work on a project, or they're doing so well. I just love the way they dress every day. Oh, the collective's always on time. Do you know the collective has perfect attendance? Different things, positive things are being said about you, collectives, behind your back, and you have no idea, but now you do. Okay, so whomever you are, congratulations. Keep being serious minded, because you could be experiencing this now, or you could be coming out of this energy, wherever you are, on the path in your life. Life is different for everyone. Okay, so take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. But they want to know why you are so serious, because look, I got to hold this up again. I love the Cabbage Patch. Look, you got to hold it all together. You got your head going that way. Okay. You're trying to make sure you keep your swore. There's a lot of things you're holding it together. That's why the collective is so serious, and it's all paying off later.